Good morning, everybody. It's me, Mitch, and welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch. It was touch and go there for a while, my friends. But I'm here. I am here this morning, as well are so many of you I see. That's great to see. Oh. Anyway. Drink it if you got it. Oh. Wow. How is everybody this morning? Wow, big start. Big start. Everybody's here to see if the old guy died or something. Wow. I don't know what this thing is. I wouldn't be surprised if it's COVID. You know, I've never had a COVID test. Don't want one. Don't care, as far as I'm concerned. I've had flus a lot worse than this thing. But this is the strangest thing I've ever had. That's for sure. The symptoms are nuts. And I tried to figure out what's going on. Why am I experiencing some of these strange symptoms? And it dawned on me that what I'm feeling is something like being 10 years older than I am, stumbling around, balance issues, brain fog. Not to mention the physical, the coughing and the sneezing and the runny nose and all that. But that's just a cold. But these other symptoms seem to have set my clock differently. At least they did yesterday. And honest to God, I felt like a decrepit old man. Now, you know that we get, when we get these colds and flu things, the symptoms are a lot of body aches and pains, things like that. So I figured that was just normal. But as I sat there at the computer last night around 9:30, trying to create the live streams for today, something that I can pretty much do in my sleep every night, I found myself a little confused. That's scary. That's scary. So whatever these things do, I think they attack our root metabolism and physiology and affect everything. I wish I could say I was in rough shape yesterday, but I'm okay now. But I'm better today. I'm better. The nose still isn't red. That's a miracle. I've gone through a complete box of these things. This is a brand new box that I had to open this morning. My trash can is overflowing with used Kleenex. It's nuts. I don't like it. But I feel so much better this morning. Wow. So I don't want to get too optimistic, but I think I'm over the worst of it. And I get up in the morning, usually about 4 or 5 o'clock every morning. And it's usually dark out. The first thing I do is yell at my Google thing. What time is it, I say? And she comes on and she says, it's 4:54 a.m. And I say, okay, that's reasonable. I can get up now. I went to bed. I went to sleep before 10 o'clock last night. I opened my eyes this morning. It was light outside. I said, WTF? What time is it? I yelled. It's 8:47, she said. I said, holy cow, I have never slept past 8:30 in my recent memory. Straight through. So evidently sleep is the best thing for these kind of things. And man, unbelievable. And I got up and I said, holy shit, I gotta start a live stream here in 45 minutes or less. So I got dressed, I rushed around, I came in here, set it all up, got ready to go. And I think my mental clarity is returning because I wasn't confused about which buttons to push. But it was spooky and a little scary last night when I'm sitting there saying, oh, let's see, what do I do now? And another thing I said to myself, I said, I wonder if this isn't how most people my age actually feel all the time as their health fades and their brains go. And that was a sober awakening thought. And I said, what if it doesn't get better? But I think it's better this morning. I think it's better. I'm still a little plugged up. I don't think we'll have as much nose running, nose blowing, coughing. I don't think we'll have nearly as much of that this morning. I'm still dragging a little bit. I still don't have my normal energy. I am going to take the day off today again and just relax. And no videos, no nothing. I'm just going to make sure that I can be here again tomorrow morning. And it's great to be here. Last night, I felt so bad before I went to bed that when it came time to create the stream this morning, I waffled back and forth between creating a community post saying no stream tomorrow. But I said, let me give it a shot. After all, what the hell else would we all do with ourselves in the morning if not this? And it's great to see you all. It's great to see you all. And you are chatting up a storm. Wow. So let me get to it. I do not have show notes today. I haven't given any thought about anything that I want to talk about. I'm sorry. Just being here is an accomplishment, I think, and we'll just interact, and I'll just be part of the crew today, interact with you in the chat. If you have questions, I'll try to answer them. QQQ, capital Q's before, and I'll see them. And I'm going to try to keep this to, say, an hour again this morning, not to overdo it. But if it continues to get this much better every day, I think in a day or two, I will be back to my normal, ornery self. Ready to take on the world. Tell people off. Yes. First one in. Thomas Thomas, target prime rib. Hi, Mitch, he says, and that was at 9:42, and that's right after I posted it last night. In fact, I went to sleep last night. I went to sleep. I turned out the lights and tried to go to sleep at about 8 o'clock. And I said, the hell with it, I'm not doing it tomorrow morning. I'll either create the stream tomorrow morning or I will post something that I'm not going to be here today. Surely they will understand. I woke up again. I looked at the clock. It was 9:30. I said, oh, man. It's not even bedtime yet. All right, let me go create the stream. So I stumbled out of bed, stumbled into the office, created the streams, and the rest is history. And I'm here, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. I hope I did it all right. Let me see if Rumble is actually alive and well this morning. Be a miracle if I did it right. Hang on a second here. Live streams, and let's take a look and see. Do we have Rumble? We do. We have Gary No Slow, Rod Weeder, and Mike Seeley Sr. over there in the Rumble chat. Good morning, guys. Good morning to you. Glad you made it this morning. So we have the Furl Grandma, Aunt B chimed in last night. Aunt B, your first target prime rib. B81 Mac. Hi, Mac. Maha. Yeah, I think somebody came up with something I saw a little later in the chat. MMH. Make Mitch healthy again. Please, please, please help me, please. I'll tell you what, man, keep me away from crowds. I know for a fact that I caught this from somebody at this big event last weekend. I mean, I know there's no other way. I couldn't go years without even getting a cold. Years without even so much as a cold. Through COVID, through everything. And then all of a sudden I go immerse myself in society, and this happens. Wow. I think I'm going to continue to stay at home and hide out. Peter's here. Lady June is here. Bob Black chimed in last night. John San, Auckland, New Zealand, welcome. Welcome, my friend. Don't recognize that name. Terry Sue is here. Maha, there it is. Terry Sue came up with that. Make Mitch healthy again. Oh, man, please. Please, whatever you guys can do. Whatever you guys can do. Please do it. I see here Carnivore Awakening. Join the private community. And I'm hopefully going to do the private community live stream tomorrow night. I don't see any reason why not, as long as I continue to feel better. Michael Pregler chimed in. First thing in the morning, 4:54 a.m., while I was soundly sleeping. I can't believe I slept until almost 10 to 9. Wow. Glad I made this thing later. Otherwise, I would have slept right through the opening. You people would all been sitting there, like you do sometimes on some of these other people's live streams, and you see nothing but waiting, 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 waiting. You never see that here. I'm always right on the money. Worst case, 5 seconds late maybe. If it takes a little longer for YouTube to finally connect when I hit the go button. Yes, some people say that's obsessive, but I see it as show business, professional show business, broadcasting excellence. There it is, Carnivore Awakening, a new YouTube member. Thank you, my friend. Welcome. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. And this morning, the Furl Grandma, Steve Studley. Looking for the butter and salt yet again. Cliff Medina. Hiya, Cliff. How are you? Steve McAvoy. Good to see you this morning. Smoothie 420. Good Wagyu Wednesday morning. All of y'all. All y'all. I like that. I always like that saying. All y'all. And I've talked about that a few times, studying colloquialisms and dialects of languages, that some of these sayings have evolved and become kind of funny. And I said, most people don't realize that y'all, and at least this is my theory, y'all, when you say to somebody y'all, that's singular. That's singular. Because when you're talking to one person, you say things like, y'all coming? And they say, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm coming. When you want to make it plural, you add all to it. So when you say y'all, you're talking to one person. When you say all y'all, you're talking to a group. Makes sense to me. I've been told that that's not the way it is by some people who maybe live in those regions of the country and have grasped the nuances of that, but I'll stick to my guns when I hear somebody say, all y'all, how are all y'all? I mean, obviously, you're talking to a crowd. Grandma, Steve sounds about right. You guys are chatting back and forth here. Mike Seeley Sr. is here. Good to see you this morning. Father of United Carnivore. Proud father, too, I imagine. Oh, man, all you people were up, and I was still sawing wood, man, this morning. Wow, it's only 5:30 a.m., but I'm not going back to sleep. Crap, an hour to kill on a cold morning. You're out there. Are you out in California, evidently? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, at least it's not too bad now. We start at 6:30 a.m. for you guys instead of 5:30 a.m. Feral Grandma chimed in. Everybody is talking, and would it surprise you to know that I am just wandering here? I have no idea what I'm doing this morning. Excuse me. I at least can spare you the noise, and maybe I can give you a little musical interlude the next time. All right. I have all these buttons here after all. May as well use them. Who else we got here? We have, looking for somebody I haven't said hi to yet. Sandy Blythe, how you doing this morning? Good to see you. And somebody named Keto Cheeto. Never saw you before. Sup, Rick? A friend of Rick's. Oh, no. Oh, no. What kind of engine do you need? Got one already? Oh, you guys are coming in here and talking about Rick's old cars. Well, welcome, my friend Keto Cheeto. Good to see you. William McCartney and Cheeto is all over the place. Wow. Terry says, good morning, everyone. And we have Terry Sue, we have all kinds of Terrys and Lorries and with eyes, with Y's. Wow. Holy cow. Look at it. Yeah, obviously Keto Cheeto is a Rick person. We'll trade for a duck and maybe a couple of lizards. Yes, obviously there's a clue. There's a clue. We're being taken over, guys, by ducks and iguanas. Invaded, so to speak. DJ Magic Man, good morning, everyone. What time are we up to? 9:22. We're not quite to the beginning of the show yet. I wish my brain were working a little better. I'm still a little foggy up there. I don't like it, but I am a hell of a lot sharper, I think, today than I was yesterday. that's a good sign. And I feel like whatever little fever I had has finally broken. I don't feel feverish at all. I know that you tune in here to get the blow-by-blow on this, but what else I got to talk about today? Mitch is in groundhog mode. I don't know about that. Cat, good morning, Cat. Pamela Suarez, good morning to you. Good morning to you. 925, Nomadia Van. Good to see you. Good to see you, Nomadia. Margie Graves. Margie Graves. Hi, Margie, from cold Indiana. Well, at least it's warm here. I'll give it that. At least it's warm. It's going to be in the low 80s today. The sun is shining. Normally, I would be doing this outside on my porch, but no, I just didn't have it in me. I didn't get up in time to set that mess up today. So I'm going to be in the studio here until I get over this pestilence that I have. And I know a lot of you have also got it. I heard that yesterday. So many people are coming down. We supposedly got a really bad flu season. It's just kind of a commentary on our overall health in general, that we can't fight these things off. That no matter what we come up with, no matter what vaccines we come up with, no matter how we try to anticipate the mutations of these viruses and come up with the perfect cocktail of antibodies for this year's flu vaccine, we obviously are falling further and further behind the mark every year. I think that that's a sad commentary on our overall health, which I don't think is getting any better, despite all the drugs, all of the hospitals and doctors, all these so-called medical experts, all the TV ads. We are falling further and further behind until we finally figure out that we need to stop eating crap. I think it's going to get worse. The best we can all do, I think I've proven that to myself, is just hide out. Stay away from people if we can. I know that. Who wants to do that? You want to be around people, you want to socialize, but these people are all sick. And they're all contagious, and they're all spreading their shit to you and me. Wow, look at this. Kim. No, I'm a little problem reading here this morning, but Tanya, Kitchen Witch, a $20 super chat. Mitch, Diane, your daughter is here. Wow. Hi, Adi. Thank you, Tanya, for that. I appreciate that. Wow, and Lori says, atta girl. Let me skip ahead to that. We're going to miss the morning countdown today, I'm afraid. And let me find my daughter's things. Here we go. I see somebody says, yes, yeah, Tanya says, at Diane. Where did she chime in here? Where is it? Where? Diane, here she is. Diane Jones, Kitchen Witch, stop inflating his ego. He's enough to handle already. Oh, that's funny. That there's funny. I don't care who you are. That there's funny. I love you, baby. You know that. My daughter and I have, let's say 99% of the time, a great, fabulous relationship. Except for those times when we both get a little stressed out. Because we work together, and sometimes when you're trying to work with somebody, even if you love them, you can't stop getting stressed. Good to see you, baby. I don't know if you're still here. What time was that you were here? 9:48, not too long ago. Very, very cool. Very cool. And thank you for bringing that to my attention, Tanya. Very generous of you. Thank you. And Tuka chimed in. I don't often see my daughter in here because usually at this time of the morning she is going like a freight train already. She has a public relations company in Tampa, Florida. The girl is always on the go, driving here, driving there, going to printers, going to public meetings, working like crazy. It's a very stressful business. But that's a funny answer. I'll get even with you, baby. I'm going to see you, I think, next Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. If I think we have my sister who lives in Pittsburgh is going to be driving down the west coast of Florida, going to St. Petersburg to see some old friends, and she's going to stop for a day at my daughter's up there in Tampa, in Hillsborough County, up in Pasco County, rather. And I'm going to drive over early Wednesday morning before the traffic and spend the day with them and then drive back home at night. So next Wednesday there will be no live stream unless I somehow chime in with an impromptu one somewhere along the way. I may do that just to say hello, but that's tentatively the plans right now. We never know if these plans are actually going to come to fruition. Here it is. Here's that super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mama Bear says, question, when I comment for the first time on a YouTube channel, the owner always responds, but rarely responds to subsequent comments, unlike Mitch. Thank you for that. Thank you. Does YouTube alert owners when someone's first time comments? Not that I know of. We don't get alerted to any comments. There's no alerts. There's no alerts that says a new commenter commented. No, that doesn't happen. So I don't know why they may listen. If they even find you the first time, that's saying a lot, especially on the busier channels. Have you ever watched Ken Berry's live stream and actually watched the chat go by? You can't read it. It's scrolling so fast. How the hell could he pick out comments? Look at me. I've got what? How many people do I have here? I have 153 people here, and I can barely keep up with it. How the hell can somebody with 4,000 people watching keep up with the chat? What they do, that YouTube has a mode called slow mode, and you can put it in slow mode, and that just spaces the comments out one every half second or so to slow it down where you can at least read them. But then you just get so far behind it's useless anyway. So I do it my way. I just do the best I can. Try to interact with all of you at least once during the day. Because I appreciate your coming here to spend some time with me. It'd be like having your friends over your house and ignoring them. It's not polite. Doesn't make your friends feel very welcome, does it? But there's a physical limit just to the amount of crap you can keep up with flashing by on all these monitors in front of me. So no, I don't think so. I honestly don't think that YouTube does that. They've never done it for me. Jackie W, how you doing? I saw, well, what happened? I saw a super chat from Touramir. There it is. I wanted to thank you for that. A super sticker. Thank you, Tuka. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Always appreciate that, and I want to acknowledge that. And I do try to acknowledge all of those things because they're very kind and they're very, very generous. And speaking of kind and generous, it's time for a blatant self-promoting plug. There's my Buy Me a Coffee link. enough said. You all know about that. Thank you in advance. Where were we? We were at Tuka's super chat. Thank you, Tuka. And I have, oh wow, when I skip ahead like that, I really catch up. I missed a hell of a lot, but I really caught up. Pretty cool. And Terry Sue says, your daughter is a cutie, Mitch. Yeah, she's a cutie, all right. Yep. No, she's a chip off the old block. Unfortunate. I will say unfortunately, because neither of us has deep down in our soul the amount of larceny needed to succeed in business. That may sound like a strange statement. Neither one of us has the ability, the conscience, to go for the throat when you're trying to get paid or trying to tell people how much you need to be paid to do a certain job. She wants to do the best she can for everybody. And that was always my philosophy in business. Do the best I can for as little money as I can, as long as it's worth my while. And leave so much money on the table. Excuse me a second. Okay, much more infrequently than yesterday. A good sign. A very good sign. Less nose blowing. This coffee is good this morning. It's my first cup. Wow. Usually I have a cup of decaf about 5 o'clock in the morning. But no, not today. I slept. Mitch, you slept till 8:45 this morning. What's wrong with you? Well, I'll tell you what's wrong with me. Pestilence, that's what's wrong with me. One of the plagues from Pharaoh. Holy cow. Could have been any worse. And I'm hoping that yesterday was the worst day, but I need to just take it easy today. I need to just be able, I'm so driven. I'm so driven all the time to accomplish things. I need to slow down sometimes. When you're a YouTuber like this, you can't slow down. It's what have you done for me today? That's the attitude everybody has. When you don't see a YouTuber but once every couple of weeks, they fade off into oblivion. You can't do that. It's a lot of pressure. But I enjoy it. If I didn't enjoy it, I certainly wouldn't be doing it. I'd go get a job as a Walmart greeter. Much more lucrative, believe it or not. Jemmet, talking to Diane Jones. Nice to meet you in Mitch Fit Room. Yes. I wish my daughter had the time to come in here more often. I don't even know if she's still here or not. I think that might have just been a hit and run. And maybe my son might come to visit one day. About the best I've been able to do is corner him at the barbecue place and record a lunch that we had. 10 a.m. Wow, I'm only 3 minutes behind. I missed 20, 30 minutes of the chat. I hope we didn't. I'm going to have to scan over that and look for questions after I run out of what to do, because I still got about a half an hour to fill up here, which is something that doesn't usually happen to me, trying to figure out how to fill time. Okay, I hit the bottom of the chat. Wow, can you believe it? So we're going to put it in reverse here and start going backwards and see if I missed any questions. So let me scan it here. And while I'm scanning, it's time for a little happy music. There we go. This is the funniest comment I've ever seen from my daughter. I'll tell you one thing that's encouraging. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I let you hear that little cough. It's breaking up now. It's starting to break up, which is a good sign, I think. May not sound as terrific, but it's breaking up. Okay, that's where I went down to. So now I want to see if there's questions. I don't know if anybody was really inquisitive or you're just here visiting with each other today. That's great. That's great. And my phone is chiming away here. What could it be? Aunt B bought me a coffee. Well, thank you, B. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Barry Simon. Hey, Mitch. I was the guy you were first talking to by the front desk last Saturday morning. Barry Simon bought me 10 coffees. Wow. Thank you, Barry. Yes, I remember you. We were the two early birds. Got to the hotel. Thank you so much, my friend. It was a great deal. And I got sick from it. I can't believe it. But thank you, Barry. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. And I think I don't want to forget anybody. And my daughter sending me emails of things that I need to do right away. Oh, God. I can't think straight today. Sorry. That work that I do for her is very, very mind-bending. And it just doesn't work right now. Sorry, I will get to it as soon as I can. Excuse me again, guys. Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. I forgot to push the button. Yeah, so you didn't hear the last what I said. Thomas asked me if he sent me a shirt picture. Yes, I remember getting it, but I honest to God, I haven't even been making show notes to talk about it. It's there, and I appreciate it, and it's great. And I'm going to put it on the website as soon as I get my brain back, which is on vacation right now. It's on vacation. And the stuff just keeps coming at me hot and heavy from all directions. And past couple of days, I have simply not been up to it, guys. Trying to figure out complicated stuff just makes my brain hurt more. So I'm better today. Markedly better. Unless this thing is one of those roller coaster type things where you get a little better and a little worse, which I don't think it is. I think the worst of it is over. I'm not as shaky today. I even lost a lot of my balance, believe it or not. I would stand up and I would start to, it's crazy. It affects everything in your body, every function of your body. It's crazy what this did to me. I've never had anything with such an extensive range of different strange symptoms. But the scariest one was this brain fog. And I mean, I can't remember brain fog as bad as what I just went through past couple of days. But this morning I'm fairly clear, fairly sharp. And I have some things I have to do this morning. I'll get them done out of the house. I have errands I have to run. I'll get them done. I'll come back. I will attack my daughter's business stuff that she needs done and get that done for her. And then I will start to go back over the YouTube channel and the pictures and the emails and all of the things that I get so much of every day and try to respond to you. But if I don't respond to you, see, that's the problem. When you usually respond right away, people get spoiled and expect that of you from here on out. It's just the way it is. And then they wonder, well, he always responds like right away. Why didn't he respond? Is there something wrong? No, there's nothing wrong. I'm sick. Don't worry about it, guys. Nothing's changed. I'm just taking a couple of days off. That's it. That's it. All right, let me go back and see if I got any more questions here. We can finish this up. Here's a question from Rudolph White, Rudy of South Carolina. Have you noticed how many people have gotten sick since the Chinese balloons passed by? No, I don't buy into so many of these conspiracy theories. That was quite a long time ago. I think that if they were spreading some pathogens, we would have detected them a long time ago and maybe done something about it. I mean, we can. First of all, there's a thing about China from a business standpoint that a lot of people fail to always remember. If China wants to continue to prosper economically, they can't screw with their best customer, which is the United States of America. We are the biggest customer that China sells its products to. Why would they want to hurt us in any way? Doesn't make sense. There's so many conspiracy theories that the best you could do, I think, and it's what I do, is ignore every one of them. For every 100 conspiracy theories out there, wild conspiracy theories, like it's aliens or things like that. For every 100 of those, maybe one of them could have some credibility. But I found that if you try to analyze all 100 of them, you become a conspiracy theorist and you live your life in fear, always looking for the next bad thing that's going to ruin your life and hurt you. So I just find it's a lot easier to ignore all those conspiracy theories, laugh at them, just ignore them and move on. Bev, Doc Kiltz was on his live at 5 a.m. and back in New York. No baby until Monday, he said. Okay, maybe if I get a chance, I will watch the replay of Kiltzy's live stream. Man, Kiltzy, this has got to be just tense as hell. Tense as hell. I mean, that's when they thought, initially, I thought I heard that, that Monday was a probably for the baby. But for some reason, something happened that they thought the baby would come earlier, maybe. At any rate, I wish you the best, my friend, and we'll be counting those fingers and toes right along with you. Questions. Boy, you guys were asking questions a little earlier. This one came in at 9:40. Yeah, about a half hour ago. That's okay. Question is still a question. Mitch, if you think about it, you had quite the week before the week leading up to the meetup with less sleep, plumbing issues, extra running around. So I'm sure you were vulnerable by meetup time. Oh, there's no doubt about it. Thank you. Thank you for that. It's a great observation, Lori. Yeah, I've been run down. And then the Thursday before, what was it, Thursday? I was on Kiltzy's live stream at 6 a.m. I had to get up real early for that. Yeah, I was, without a doubt. And, I like to think I'm the Energizer Bunny. I like to think that I'm invincible. I'm invincible, da da da. You know, I like to think that just eating meat makes me a Superman. No, I'm still human. We're all still human. We can't get carried away. And if we get something serious, we can't ignore it because we think we're Supermen. Now, most of the time, our own immune system will take care of it if we are Supermen, even if we are tired, stressed out Supermen, we still have a leg up. And I think that's why this thing that I got wasn't a lot worse than it could have been. I think it could have been bad if I wasn't healthy. If I was over 200 pounds, diabetic, I think that, you know, this is one of those events that could have ended my life at my age. So many people, when they get close to 80, die from these kind of things because they just don't have the physiology to heal and recover from them. So I'm going to credit this lifestyle, even though it won't keep me from getting sick. I want to credit this lifestyle, and this may be a stretch, for saving my life from something that could have been deadly. And if you look back at the pandemic, if you look back at those people that died, now there's always exceptions, but by and large, those people that died had comorbidities out the wazoo. They were overweight. They were diabetic. They had high blood pressure. They had heart disease. They had all of those things that didn't stand a chance when they got attacked by this virus. So, hasn't changed my mind about carnivore one bit. What amazes me is that I was able to go as hard as I went for the past week or so without falling down before it finally got caught hold, because you can't weaken yourself. You still need the strength. So thanks for that, Lori. That was a great observation, and I think you're right. I really, with the plumbing, we're still going through. They still weren't able to finish. Why, you may ask? Why hasn't my plumber finished? Inquiring minds want to know. Why hasn't my plumber finished? They finished the plumbing for the first time in the 9 years that I've lived in this house. I don't have plumbing problems. I don't have small leaks and drips. I don't have to think about whether I can't go away from home without shutting the water off lest I come home to find a flooded house. Finally, after all these years of putting Band-Aids on this plumbing, I have replaced it all. It's amazing. I can't get used to it. I go to the faucet. I push the lever and water comes out. I don't have to go to my cell phone. I have a device on my water line that comes in where I can actually shut off the water supply to my house from my cell phone. Honest to God. It's a device called Flow by Moen. I put it in years ago after I got like a $1,500 water bill because I had a leak that just kept running under the house and I couldn't believe it. So I put this thing in, and what it does is it monitors your water usage. It's an incredible gizmo. And if it sees anything abnormal, it shuts the water off. It has a solenoid valve in it. And every night, in the middle of the night, it does a self-test on your entire plumbing system. It shuts the water off, and it reads the pressure, and it sees if the pressure is holding in your house or is bleeding off, and it calculates how many gallons per minute you're leaking, and it tells you have a slow leak, you have a moderate leak. It's incredible. But it also I can go in the app and I can just say turn the water off. And that's how I've been living for years and years and years. Need the water? Just turn it on, flush the toilet, turn it back off again. It's a pain in the ass, but I've been living like that. And every time I would do that, I would say, get it fixed, Mitch. I got estimates. I got estimates up to $10,000, $20,000 to replumb this house from plumbing companies with trucks and guys and offices and staff. I could not find anybody to fix. I finally found a guy who does this kind of stuff. And he's got other guys that he works with that do other kinds of stuff. You have no idea when you get to be my age what a resource just having a guy. You know, it's so great to say I got a guy for that. So underneath my home, it's got the plumbing, and then it's got a layer of insulation, then it's got a vapor barrier of plastic that keeps the moisture out, which keeps the inside of the house dry because the plumbing is basically on the inside of the house. Over the years, that has been so trashed by all these big leaks that it was open. It was not pretty down there. So part of this deal was re-put in the insulation. So he got the plumbing done. He started working on the insulation. And he gets sick. He got sick. And as bad as I felt, I understood that there's no way I would ask anybody to be crawling around in the dirt under a house feeling like I felt. So I said, take as long as you need. We'll finish it next week. So it's still ongoing. It's still ongoing. Have you noticed lately in this world, just trying to get anything done in a timely manner, trying to get your medical issues looked after, trying to get appointments with doctors if you need them, trying to get your car repaired, trying to get a plumber out to your house or an air conditioner repairman. Have you noticed how ridiculous and how expensive that's all become? I have. It's crazy. And I have a guy now for that. But my guy got sick. Story of my life. So, Terry, that was a very, very good observation about me running myself down. And I'm sure that I was run down because I hadn't had a night's sleep or two before I went over to Tampa. And just the tension of trying to get there in that stupid traffic. Stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. For miles and miles and miles with dumb drivers who haven't figured it out yet. Stay out of the left lane, will you please, if you're not passing. Don't tailgate so you don't have to touch your brake lights every 2 seconds and cause everybody behind you to touch their brake lights and create another ripple where everybody comes to a dead stop and then starts up again. That's how it happens. Just leave yourself some distance in front of the... I mean, there's just so many basic, simple, common sense rules of how to play well with others on the road that nobody seems to get. Every man for himself. It's a good indication of the law of the jungle when you get out there to drive. Think about that. That's why I want to just hide. I don't want anything to do with them. And it would have to be a real special event, I think, for me to venture out again after I had a ball. But I might have to think twice about... I was invited to a couple of events for 2026. I said, that's optimism. You're sure enough that I'm going to be alive in 2026. That's very encouraging for me. Thank you. But we'll talk about it. Okay, I'm looking for more questions as we head into the last 5 minutes here. I think I got back to I got back to before we even started. Yes, I did it. And we still got 121 people. So obviously no rabbit holes today, guys. No deep biochemistry lessons. I see Jonathan is here. Good morning from Alaska. Jonathan, how you doing? Jonathan, we probably are going to have to not do our deal tonight. I'll send you a text because I'm just not doing anything. Not doing anything that requires thinking or talking today after this. I have a lot of work to do. See, Diane, see, you see, you see. Terry Sue says, we love that guy, Diane. He's so damn entertaining. You see, I told you. Thank you. Thank you, Terry Sue. See, Diane, I have one supporter. Thank you so much. Mitch won't notice his daughter's here for another 15 minutes. Yeah, that's what happens, unfortunately, when... I mean, think about it. Think about it, guys. You know, you've seen this. You've seen this scene here with the chat over here. This is what I can't possibly talk to you guys and read all of these things one by one. Look at it all. I mean, it's crazy. I can't do that. And this doesn't even go back to the very beginning. It's crazy. I try. I really try. I really try. And I don't think anybody really can keep up with this kind of stuff. And Tuka says, how are you, boss? I'm okay now, but I was in rough shape yesterday, Tuka. I don't think my stock answer would work for today, but that answer works pretty good. So we'll go with that one. Getting better, though. Getting better. Nowhere near the volume of nose running today and wiping. Managed to escape this without the Rudolph syndrome, which I think was pretty lucky. I have gone through an entire box, like I said, of this Kleenex. I opened a new box this morning. And I never use Kleenex. I have Kleenex in my drawer underneath in the bathroom under the counter. It's got to be 5 years old. I mean, I buy these things at Sam's Club of a dozen boxes. It takes me 5-10 years to go through them. Who the hell uses Kleenex? I never use Kleenex. Went through 2 boxes of it the past couple of days. Incredible. You should see my trash cans. Every one of my trash cans looks like it snowed in there. It's just fluffed up white shit. I think I'm going to get a hazmat suit on to dispose of my trash. Yeah, it's definitely breaking up. You can hear it. And speaking of nose blowing, excuse me. I know that's gross and disgusting, but sorry. You got to take the good with the bad, or the bad with the good. And yes, there was that shirt. Thomas, I did see your shirt. And I got to say, darling, you look marvelous in it. And I think we talked about the plumbing insulation turnout. The plumbing insulator got sick. Unfortunately, nothing goes easy. Still muted. Yes, I know. But I won't do that again. Not this morning, anyway. And I'm hoping that to have a nice restful day today. And not have to work too hard, not have to run around too much, to be able to just maybe go out and sit in the sun, let that sun, take off my shirt, go get a little sun on my body out there. And I think that's very healing. Clear my mind. Stop worrying about all the things that I have to accomplish and didn't yet. Take the pressure off me for a day and let my body just heal from this ridiculousness that I've been fighting off for the past couple of days. No, Gary, Diane is not a guy. Diane is my daughter. I don't know what you mean by that. I think I got through most of the chat. Let me go back down to the bottom, catch the last 5 minutes, and we'll call it a day. And P's already into the spirit and says, goodbye, everyone. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. Thank you, B. That's great. That's great. And Rick's still here. Hiya, Rick. You cannot make progress when sick. Need to get better first. You're right about that, man. You can't. You're just not. You're not hitting on all cylinders. That's for damn sure. And it's amazing when you sit to try to analyze exactly what it's doing to you, which is what I've been trying to do. How many different little things you notice that just aren't working like they usually do. Anything from your digestion to your mental clarity to your balance. I mean, it's amazing the different physiological systems that are affected. Not to mention that your nose is like a faucet. I had no water coming out of the faucet in my house, but my nose didn't have a problem in that department. Well, listen, I'm going to give you a little happy music to exit on here and take 1 minute and 45 seconds to say goodbye to each other. And we got through this. Yay, yay. Okay. Never a doubt, my friends, never a doubt. Wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I don't think we came up with any new insights and answers that will rock the medical community today. I don't think there were any aha moments. Something I shoot for every day. Epiphany moments. But we visited, and I think that's why most of you come here anyway. And I tried to be as entertaining as I could be in between nose blowing. So we have everybody saying goodbye. We have Terry Sue, Lori, Lady June, Mike Seeley Sr., Bill Cook, Charles Faircloth, Pamela Suarez, Target Prime Rib, Thomas, Sandy Blythe, Aunt B, Mitch, thank you for showing up, my friend. Yes, that's about all I did today. But, and there's the music. Anyway, thanks, guys. Thanks so much. And thank you for showing up. I really appreciate it. Let me take one quick look to make sure I did not miss anybody who helped me out a little bit. Let's see here. Just to be sure, I don't want to fail to acknowledge anybody's generosity. No more. Barry Simons, thank you. Barry Simon, thank you so much, my friend. And Aunt B, thank you. And with that, if things keep improving like they're improving, there's no doubt that I will be here tomorrow morning, hopefully with some show notes, things to talk about. Hopefully we'll have a normal show, maybe an hour and a half. And at least we got it done the past couple of days. I'll rest on those laurels and take the rest of the day off if it's even possible. And I suggest that you do the same. So I'll close with take the rest of the day off. And for God's sakes, eat meat.